Brandon Land here from runnersfeed.com with yet another episode of Runners Feed Live. I'm here with Tim Hopkins, the race director of the one and only Sun Run. For those of you who don't know, the Sun Run is a 10K that takes place in April with 50,000 people. So we just want to thank Tim for taking time out of obviously his busy schedule to chat with us.
No problem. And just to let you know, the Sun Run is Canada's largest running event and third largest in North America.
Amazing. I was out there in April and had the time of my life. So maybe you could just share with our viewers how you became a race director and maybe start to finish, when you started and to now.
I basically got involved in events in university. I was at the University of BC, and it has one of the largest intramural programs. And I basically was volunteering as a organizer for a couple of their events, and also was involved in a fraternity. And one of the things that the fraternity said is you had to go out and volunteer. So I chose an outside organization. At the time, it was the Easter Seals organization, and I volunteered on their 24-hour relay. To this day, 20 years later, I'm still involved in that event and helping them with their fundraising and helping runners get through their 24-hour running event. So it's something I've been involved in for a number of years. I've had different roles, from course director to volunteer manager to basically managing water stations. I've been involved with the Sun Run now as race director for 7 years, and a couple of years before that I was involved in helping with their finish line area. So
yeah, we're just wondering maybe what the day in a life looks like for Tim Hopkins leading up to something like the Sun Run. Is that stressful, or is everything calm and cool, like kind of before the storm?
Well, I'd like to think that it's there is no storm. We've always been really lucky with the Vancouver Sun Run that we've had an incredible team from our committee and volunteers who put the event on. Race week, we basically have an outside office set up down near our finish line. We manage everything out of that outside office. And when everybody's doing their job, my job's really easy. So it's not a very stressful job. Good planning always leads to a great event. You always have little hiccups on race day. This year we actually had a fire that was in an apartment building on our running course. And through good planning and working with the City of Vancouver and a great team of people out on the course, we didn't have to divert our runners, but we slowed them down a little bit as they ran past the fire. So there's always something interesting to plan and make sure you're ready for.
Yeah, so with 50,000 runners, obviously you're getting a lot of weekend warriors out there, and maybe you could share one of those stories, just like the most inspirational story you've seen, maybe a charity runner or something like that over the years.
Well, we've had a few runners over the years who've actually gone into medical distress at the Sun Run. They have been fortunately lucky that where they were when they went into medical distress. This past year, we had a person go into cardiac arrest. The response was incredible. They were revived and are back healthy, living again. But 2 years ago, we had an individual that had collapsed at the finish line, and really, if he was anywhere else on a training run, maybe even any other event, he might not have made it. And he's come back to participate in the event again. He's come back to continue with running and training. And there's many inspirational stories of people that who have beat the challenges and continue to run in the Sun Run and do other events. One of the great factors about the Sun Run is we try and take people who are not involved in running and are everyday runners and teach them how to run. We do a 13-week training program. We do a Learn to Run program, Learn to Run 10K Faster program, and we get over 3,500 people in those programs every year. And many of those people who start out never running go on to run half marathons and marathons, and the Sun Run really is the inspiration to get them to the next level.
So with all those people that are doing those groups and clinics, what would you say is like one piece of advice for someone looking to run their first 10K?
Take your time. Get a good training schedule, whether it's online through one of our sort of coaching programs or through one of the clinics. But just make sure you prepare for it and you do your training. I had the opportunity to run the BMO Vancouver Half Marathon on the weekend, and it's 2 weeks after the Sun Run, and of course, my training was a little bit off through the last few weeks because of the Sun Run and how much work was happening there. So, unfortunately, I felt it coming in the last few kilometers just because of that lack of training. So I'll say have a good training schedule.
Yeah. So can people sign up right now for the Sun Run?
We don't open registration until the fall, so it's not on right now. But once we open it up, we do a big campaign through our title sponsor, the Vancouver Sun, and we basically we try and get to that magic 50,000 number every year.
Well, you guys from Runners Feed, you heard it here first. You can sign up in the fall for the Sun Run. I want to thank Tim for coming out this morning, and like I said, sign up. It's a great race. 50,000 people. There's nothing like it in the world. So thanks again, Tim, and maybe we can chat closer to the Sun Run next year.
Great. Thanks, Brandon.
All right. Take care.